I'll give us the. Okay, we're talking movies. I'm Cakes. With me today is
Luke here.
Luke. Let's get right into it. Last movie you saw?
I went down to Sioux City, Iowa, to the
Ugh.
Promenade Theater. It's a nice little area of downtown of Sioux City. To go see The Master because it didn't come to Sioux Falls, and I've been dying to see that movie. So that was the last one I saw.
Does Swank know? You went and
Yes,
saw
he
without
does,
him?
and he was a little upset with me. So I have to be vague, so I don't want to give too much away. Um, but it is definitely worth watching again. It's pretty, I don't want to say hard to grasp, but there's a lot going on that, I don't know. I've never seen a movie like it before. Very Kubrick-esque in a lot of ways. Cinematography is great. Production of it's really great. And the performances, I think everyone's gonna be nominated for an Oscar. Amy Adams, I've never seen her in a role like this before.
She's good. She's
Oh
really
no,
good.
she's always
Yeah.
good, but it's funny thing like, oh, this is the same lady from Enchanted and
Yeah.
the Muppet movie.
Yeah.
And then Joaquin Phoenix is probably the performance of a lifetime, and William H. or Philip Seymour Hoffman, excuse me, is great as usual.
Well, yeah.
Kind of just boisterous, but I don't know. It never doesn't. It's kind of like about post-traumatic stress syndrome. I guess that's the best way to describe it. And just this cult that he kind of falls into, but it's not like the evils of cults or misdiagnosed of post-traumatic stress syndrome. Kind of about a lot of things. But yeah, just this drifter kind of going through life and just the people he meets, and yeah, it's definitely one of a kind. Like I said, I want to go see it again. Um, it's a little ambiguous at times, and it doesn't have a big bombastic scenes or ending like most Paul Thomas Anderson movies do. So kind of just prepare yourself for that. It kind of wanders towards the end, but it's still definitely worth seeing. It's totally original. Can't recommend it enough. So.
You didn't get the L. Ron Hubbard Scientology
Oh, yeah.
founding vibe at all?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's pretty blatant in it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't like. It's not an expose of saying like he's a fraud and stuff. I mean, there's plenty of people saying in the movie that it's fraud, and you're kind of yourself like. To me, it's more like it was experimental psychology, like trying to get all this stuff, but then his own narcissism, or just you could kind of tell he's making up as he goes, and I mean, yeah, it just has really good supportive characters. Like, there's a long sequence in the middle of where he goes like Laura Dern's house, and they have like a convention or a gathering, and people sit around and tell them like their deepest, darkest secrets, and they're
Interesting.
yeah, it was more of this experimental stuff, but yeah, I mean, it's very obvious L. Ray Hubbard Scientology, but I think majority of Americans know what it is now, and stuff. So it's kind of interesting to see how kind of a religion like that, or a cult or whatever you want to call it, started off.
Yeah. There's a root somewhere, definitely. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see it too. I don't know if it's gonna be a theater thing. Maybe in. This might sound a little weird, but that Joaquin Phoenix guy kind of creeps me out.
Oh yeah.
And I guess I could say I'm probably scared of him. Like, I wouldn't go up to him if I saw him in a room. I haven't seen a Joaquin Phoenix movie in the theater since Gladiator.
Yeah, he's pretty creepy in that one.
That's kind of where it all started too. I'm just like, ugh. So, I'm sure I'll see it eventually. And maybe not. I'll probably go to it in the theater. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see it. It looks pretty intriguing, but it looks pretty intense too.
Yeah, a lot of close-ups. You get to know Joaquin Phoenix's face pretty well.
Oh no.
Just he's all.
I'll sit in back.
It's all kind of crotchety and just the way he moves his body. Yeah, but it's pretty intimate. Just a lot of scenes that take place in a room.
So is he the main character?
Yeah, he's the main
And
one.
then Philip Seymour Hoffman is who?
He's the master. That's his name.
Okay.
His name is like Leonard or something, I believe. And then he meets them on a boat, and then they kind of start up a friendship because Joaquin's character can make a mean batch of hooch.
Suddenly it's Dukes of Hazzard?
Yeah.
No.
And then Amy Adams is this very icy, controlling wife of Leonard.
Huh. Interesting. Cool. Well, The Master. I'm sure we'll talk more about it in the coming weeks as the rest of the staff here sees it. But moving on, to totally turn avenues on you, I watched What to Expect When You're Expecting last night. Now out on DVD. I guess it wasn't exactly what I was expecting, so to speak, but it was funny. I think the premise of it is really good. It started out pretty good. Got a little far-fetched and just silly in the middle, but just kind of stupid silly, not necessarily funny silly. But then it ended well. Without giving away really anything. Obviously people are going to be giving birth at some point in this movie, and they kind of go through the perils of that. And I think any father and especially mother can appreciate something like that. So Elizabeth Banks is kind of the main character. It kind of centers around four couples, but she's kind of the more main character. She plays a lactation nurse or a kind of a lactation specialist, and she gets pregnant, and she kind of makes no bones about it. She kind of lays it down, and this hurts and it sucks, blah blah blah. So I think my wife certainly appreciated that, having gone through something like that herself a couple times. So
yeah, it looked like a nice movie, for parents. Just something that's not really talked about or really ever.
Sure, yeah, and on a day where a long day with the kids or whatever, it's a nice little wind down.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping it'd be a little bit funnier, but then again, Dennis Quaid's in it, so you're not gonna. There's always that hurdle to jump over when you're trying to make a movie entertaining and funny. But anyway, I also watched over the weekend Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. I talked a little bit about this yesterday. What did you think of that movie, Luke?
I still haven't seen it, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've heard it's pretty quiet and subdued. Some people say they really liked it, and then I've heard other people say just very boring. But yeah, I still haven't had a chance to go see it yet.
Okay. I also watched the new Mindy Project last night. Mindy Kaling, Kelly Kapoor from The Office, her new show. She's kind of basically the same character she is in The Office. She's just now basically a baby nurse. She's, I think, gynecology, something, whatever. But she's like I said, she's kind of the same character. She's kind of Kelly / Bridget Jones, and it's kind of centered around her love for romantic comedies. She created the show too, so if you know anything about her or even read her book, which is hilarious if you get the chance to read it. It's not anything deep or time consuming. It's just a lot of short little funny essays about her life growing up, and that's a pretty good read. I felt kind of weird reading it in public places with her, and it's all covered in pink and whatnot, but whatever. For some reason I can't get enough of that girl. She makes me laugh. So the show wasn't over the top awesome, but it certainly has potential. Looking forward to seeing what they do with their character in the coming weeks. I'm a little concerned about the longevity of it. I think if you watch it or are going to watch it, you'll kind of get to know her character, and I don't know how long they can keep that type of thing up. It might just be a little repetitive after a while, but she always makes it funny. So. Moving on, you got anything that you're excited to see, Luke? Anything you got in the pipeline?
Well, when I went to see the movie, there's a couple trailers. I would say the one that really got me is that Killing Me Softly. It looks like a nice, back to basics kind of gangster movie. Stars Brad Pitt, Ray Liotta, James Gandolfini.
It's not a remake, is it?
No,
Okay.
but it's from the director who did Assassination of Jesse James, which is
Oh,
a
okay.
fantastic movie.
Yeah, definitely.
It just looks like just really great meditative gangster movie, but it looks like it has some action. Looks like it's gonna stray away from the. I don't know. It feels like I've seen enough gangster movies that they all kind of follow the same Goodfellas formula.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's gonna stray away from that.
Cool.
But that's the one I'm most excited about.
Cool. Well, tonight is the night for the Modern Family premiere, so I'm pretty psyched for that. Multiple Emmy Award-winning Modern Family, so yeah. I guess this has been Talking Movies. We're a division of Metal Fraker Productions. Find us on Facebook at METALFRAKER. Thank you.